The accelerator was immobilized as he raced down Venice Boulevard with his chest on the gas tank and his chin forward. With this determined commitment to total performance, it took the 2022 Honda Grom 7 blocks to hit 59 miles per hour. As I cruised through Los Angeles on this bright yellow pill of a motorcycle, taking off from the green lights and filtering through the red lights, I experienced pure and simple joy. The Grom has been popular since its introduction in 2014, thanks to its easy handling, low price, and playful design. One might even say cozy. Now Honda has updated it in all the right ways, focusing on engine power, fuel efficiency, home maintenance, and ease of customization. The Grom 2022 doesn't see any price increase from $3,399, but it does enjoy a vast improvement in overall function and design. At 6 feet 4 inches, I never expected to fit in a Grom. Anyone who sees me in the thing is practically forced to drop a grape ape or Shriner's joke. But the newly revamped ergonomics make the little bike a joy to ride. The new seat is longer, more padded, and totally flat, still providing room for a passenger but allowing a passenger to just slide back in the seat more easily. The new seat sits on a new subframe, slightly smaller than before and now removable. The little city walks and hour-long walks around Los Angeles were surprisingly comfortable and easy. For whatever reason, people say hello and thumbs up a lot more often when I'm on the $3,400 Honda Grom than when I'm on a $21,000 Harley. It is brilliant, it is small, it is unpretentious, and therefore, according to the transitive principle, its rider is also authentic and approachable. You are not trying to be a callous motorcyclist on this machine, that is its strong point. You are a cyclist who has left his ego and his buck knife at home instead of good times and bright colors. If you see someone riding a Grom, say hello. After all, you meet the nicest people in a Honda. And this year, it's a little bit faster Honda. By upgrading the engine, Honda wanted to make it more fuel efficient and easier to maintain at home. It achieves this, partially, with a removable oil filter, compared to previous models where owners simply cleaned the oil rotor and screen. A larger airbox also increases the intervals between maintenance, as Honda claims it will only need to be changed every 10,000 miles under normal driving conditions. The engine now features a slightly longer stroke and smaller bore, as well as an increased compression ratio from 9.3:1 to 10.0:1, a recipe for engine torque and response. That comes despite the claim of lower fuel consumption on average and some pretty significant changes to the bike's gait. Grom's gearbox and final drive have been redesigned with a longer range in mind, adding a fifth gear and increasing the rear sprocket size from 34 to 38 teeth. Front remains unchanged on 15 T. With the newly adjusted sprocket gear ratio, Honda feels faster off the line, but the added fifth gear and the new wider gear ratio distribution allow Grom to hit a higher top speed without rev the engine too much. In real-world testing, the new fifth gear served more as an overdrive. Fourth gear is necessary for any real acceleration, but once the bike is up to speed, fifth gear is there to reduce engine speed as you cruise. Still, race up a steep hill and back down to fourth, maybe even third, to make sure you don't slow too much. On flat ground, with my frame certainly above average tucked in as much as I couldn't hit 60 miles per hour. At low and medium speeds, say up to 45 miles per hour, the suspension is perfectly adequate. But as you get closer to the bike's top speed, it depletes much faster, transferring bigger hits to the rider. Approaching any obstacles or potholes, I found myself on my feet, almost trying to jump on the bike to avoid them as they would likely overwhelm the soft suspension. There was no noticeable weight transfer on acceleration, but hard braking caused a noticeable fork drop. Moving back in the seat helped significantly. Suspension components tend to be one of our first complaints on any budget-minded motorcycle, and they certainly were on previous Grom models. The simple fact is that a good suspension is expensive. By leaving the same non-adjustable 31mm cartridge fork and preload only adjusting monoshock, Honda has made room for customers to improve these components on their own time and at their own expense. This keeps the price where it was and, as a bonus, encourages the aftermarket that is such an important part of Grom's ownership. As with the suspension, the braking components remain unchanged on this third-generation Honda Grom. The bike is of course light, so its dual-piston caliper grips the 220mm front rotor with great force and good lever feel. The single-piston rear caliper and 190mm rotor work well too, easily stopping the 228-pound Honda Grom, metered weight full of gas, ready to drive. ABS-equipped models now come with an inertial measurement unit or IMU, and linked braking. Our test unit was the cheapest base model at $200. In 2 weeks of testing I used the Honda Grom almost daily, and was as clumsy as possible on the throttle. In that time, I averaged a little over 103 mpg, not exactly the 155 mpg Honda estimated. But seriously, with a nearly 200-pound rider wringing this little bike's neck all day, 103 is not at all negligible. Easier customization. Honda designed the 4 Grom body panels to be quickly and easily unscrewed for modifications. Put on some newspaper, spray them on with that easy peel rubber paint, and you can change the whole look of your bike in a couple of hours. The overall low price, the plastic panels, and the ease of swapping those panels take the intimidation of mods away. And if you screw something up, it's not the end of the world. The panels are much cheaper than a full metal gas tank. I want to paint it pink and upholster the seat with a Hawaiian shirt pattern, but it's just me. By storming the narrow alleys and one-way streets of Venice Beach, the Honda Grom proved to be the perfect tool for the job. It's lightweight, agile, and its size has more to offer than easy handling. Navigating through and around traffic, even hopping the occasional curb if the situation calls for it, the playful nature of the Honda Grom cuts the edges of things that might seem reckless on a larger motorcycle. There's a reason so many people learn to do stunts on these evil little machines. And so the Honda Grom continues to improve, staying at the top of its class despite competitive offerings from Kymco, Kawasaki, Benelli and others. It's more fun for less money than any other major production bike, and it's been improved in the right way. Affordable prices are kept, ergonomics are improved, changes to sprocket size and gearbox spacing help with acceleration and fuel economy, and home customization is now easier than ever. Honda has once again demonstrated its ability to recognize and meet customer needs without losing sight of what has made us love the Honda Grom since its inception.